You know, I have one simple request, and that is to have sharks with frickin' laser beams attached to their heads. Now, evidently, my colleague informs me that that can't be done. What do we have?
Sea bass.
Right.
They are mutated.
Really? Are they ill-tempered?
Absolutely.
Well, that's a start.
What's up, guys? Spenny. Remember a few years ago when the Simpsons had an episode about space lasers from the government, where those lasers went and were able to burn down entire neighborhoods, kill animals, boil water. They were able to obliterate businesses and torch people's livelihoods, and the entire town effectively was rendered to ash, except for, of course, this giant blue statue that had been wrapped in blue cloth. Got it? And a lot of people said, wait a second, this looks just like Lahaina in Hawaii, where the city's burned except for the houses with the blue roofs. It led to a lot of people saying, wait a second, are these like space lasers? Conspiracy theorists ripped for saying Simpsons predicted the Maui wildfires. Oh, okay, got it. You know, it's just like exactly the same thing. The blue roof houses are, well, they're fine, but then the rest of the town is burned to ash. You know, nothing's weird about that. Then Joe Biden just comes out and says, you'll be fine if you have a blue roof from our space laser.
If you fly over these areas that are burned to the ground, you'll see in the midst of 20 homes that are just totally destroyed, one home sitting there because it had the right roof on it. And anyway, since I took office, FEMA's provided Texas alone.
Okay, you can always thank Joe Biden for just saying the thing you're not allowed to say. You know, this is the value, actually, of what Joe Biden did for us, is he was so lobotomized that he would just straight up tell you that the government was experimenting in certain colors that didn't get burned down by the lasers. Got it? And accounts like this went viral, asking all of the questions. Now, here are the things that we do know up to this point. There are laser technologies that are deployed on us all the time, sometimes gratuitously here in Florida. You can see people's security cameras. You can see the giant green laser scanning everything. The government straight up admitted to this. They say they were doing research. It's a real report, research on marine life. Obviously, you know, Tucker Carlson has talked to experts about brilliant light power. These are cold fusion companies that are creating orbs that zap people. President Trump has straight up said it. Our technology permits us to manipulate time and space. This according to whitehouse.gov. Oh, okay, cool. The golden age of American innovation. We can manipulate time and space? Oh, okay, cool. So time travel lasers, what? WTF? Technologies permit us to teleport effectively. Trump wants to tell people about the teleporting stuff so badly. Listen, this is one of my favorite all-time bangers from Trump in the White House.
He has any idea what it is. And we're very powerful.
We're very
this
powerful.
This country's very powerful. Let me tell you, it's far more powerful than people understand. We have weaponry that nobody has any idea what it is, and it is the most powerful weapons in the world that we have. More powerful than anybody, even not even close. So nobody's going to do that, but I think that if that's what you're referring to,
we have weapons that nobody even knows. Trump goes, nobody even knows what these weapons are. We have weaponry. Nobody has it. Nobody has any idea what it is. I love Trump. So Trump was asked after the Maduro raid, you know, obviously during the Maduro raid, these security guards that were pretty seasoned and they were protecting Maduro, and they were doing so with billions of dollars of Chinese weaponry and Russian weaponry. I'm not saying that they're the best in the world. I'm saying that they did spend a lot of money on trying to protect this dude. And they were using, let's just call it traditional means. There were 300 guys protecting Maduro on this base. There's a secret base. He was in a secret bunker. There was Russian radar and Chinese munitions and military equipment. They were stacked. I mean, these guys were stacked. Venezuela's a rich country. They could afford top-level security. And they're like, they just fried our brains. You know, 20 guys came down, took out 300 of us, and then they fried our brains. We were vomiting. We were puking. We couldn't, like, survive anymore. We were down on our knees. I was vomiting blood, the guy says. We don't even know. He describes the Americans looking like space aliens when they came out, probably because they were wearing VR goggles, most likely. And so the drones then, like a bunch of drones were targeting the individuals on the ground that were trying to protect Maduro. They were wearing VR goggles, looked like space aliens. Trump was asked about this, by the way.
Well, there was a weapon used, a sonic weapon, that took out many of the Cuban bodyguards that were used to defend Maduro. Lots of people saw the details about that weapon and were concerned. Is that something that Americans should be afraid of, something the United States is combating?
Yeah, it's something I don't want to, nobody else has it. We have weapons that nobody knows about. And I say it's probably good not to talk about it, but we have some amazing weapons. That was an amazing attack. Don't forget, that house was in the middle of a fort, an army base, a big one, a lot of soldiers, and they came in and they did their job. We lost nobody.
This is when you ask a follow-up question. What are the weapons you don't want to tell us about?
The United States is combating.
Yeah, it's something I don't want to, nobody else has it. We have weapons that nobody knows about.
We have weapons nobody knows about. President Trump, just a couple of months ago, Trump saying we have weaponry. Nobody has any idea what it is. And now the military out today, just straight up saying it. Hi, we have directed energy weapons. Thanks, guys. Department of War. Yeah, we have directed energy weapons. Yes, we are scaling them. Light speed lethality, directed energy dominant. You love to see it. Is it able to direct energy at my bald head? I would like to grow hair. Maybe, says the Department of War. Sweet vindication for Ashton Forbes. We've been talking about this for a long time, including on our show. I'm old enough to remember when directed energy weapons were just a conspiracy. Now they openly admit to scaling them for military use. Sorry, Ashton, you were right. We really do have plasma fusion drones that can teleport planes. Start getting used to it. Goodness gracious. Look at that. There you go. Defense, budget battles, and Star Wars space lasers. The space lasers. Conspiracy theorists right again for the 10,000th time. We are going to effing kill you with our giant laser. Now, directed energy weapons, listen, you can go to Lockheed Martin and Boeing and these other websites of major defense contractors, and like they have landing pages where they talk about directed energy weapons. These are things that maybe have been deployed against like some rioters. There's some conflicting reports, in order to disrupt things. Potentially they were used with Maduro. We don't really know what was used with Maduro. That's just the reality of it. So if they're admitting it here, they're admitting to probably, they're not admitting to the top secret stuff, is what I'm saying here. They're just admitting to like the low grade, low hanging fruit stuff here. Without commenting on this in particular, I think it would be hilarious to dominate the 21st century by simply claiming we have like alien technology and weaponry and exploit superstitions in the third world to keep them away. It could be activated with one Diet Coke Adderall Zoomer and an AI video generation app. That's exactly right. Wait until they probably post about weaponized fake clouds. Well, we're doing that too. I was called a conspiracy lunatic for saying this. It had to be tested on Hawaii and California first. That's exactly right, right? Anons were right again. It's not a conspiracy theory. Conspiracy theory confirmed. There you go. Thank you, Alex. I remember when DEWs were a conspiracy theory. DOD says, we have directed energy weapons and we're scaling them. We're taking the lasers. We're making them mainstream. There you go. Department of War confirms, yes, we do have directed energy weapons. And the Simpsons were right again. It's amazing how that works, right? Isn't the creator of the Simpsons really close with Epstein? Isn't Epstein like close with the CIA? Isn't predictive programming something that always happens in Hollywood? And is this what Trump was been trying to tell us about? We have weapons that nobody's ever heard of. I don't know, man. I don't know. In their own way. Trump, we have weapons that nobody's ever heard of. We have weapons we don't even know what they are, says Donald Trump. And Joe Biden says, your house didn't get burned because it had the right roof. Put them together and you probably get the truth. Yeah, it's going to be right. We did a lot of laser commentary when Lahaina was burned to the ground. And it's so great to be vindicated there. Proud to be on the right side of this one, boys. we'll keep reporting on it. But anyway, share and subscribe. See you.